Yo, 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 it's the Bill Joyner Morning Show coming at you live and direct from, I don't know if y'all can see the orange roof in the background, but from the Home Depot parking lot. Did the video talking about that. This is the place of employment of my local Sydney Sweeney. or at least one of them. There's a couple of them around here. There's one that work at the CVS around here somewhere also. But don't worry, I'm not finna run in there and blow up her spot or whatever, because she might get all flushed in the face and giggly or whatever and whatnot. Actually, I had to stop here to get a bucket and to get some drill bits, because I don't know what happened to my drill bits, but that's what happens when you have kids. They just get into stuff. You don't even know how, when, where, or why. They like, what are y'all gonna do with drill bits? But anyway, I digress, man. Or maybe I just misplaced them myself. Who knows? They might wind up just popping. Anyway, whatever. So, I wanted to rap with y'all real quick on this thing. I've been seeing, and I put a post up about this on the main channel yesterday, because I've been scrolling through, and because I talk so much hip hop on this channel, I wind up getting, recommendations for, people talking about hip hop, people talking whatever and whatnot. Most of them I don't watch, because one thing that I've learned is that the vast majority of people who talk the most about hip hop don't know a damn thing about hip hop. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, I get to, because it's a handful of videos that you see being made in terms of, this is why, again, I stick to the people I know. I stick to the company, man. You know what I mean? I stick to, Rap Latte. I stick to, stuff like that. People who I know that they know what they talking about, because the vast majority of these hip hop videos is stuff like, this person is an industry plant. This person fell off. YN's this. Coochie rap that. You know what I mean? All of just this clickbait. Either clickbait, rage bait, or disparaging stuff about this rapper or that rapper or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? And so that's kind of what I want. Or on the other side, it's the umpteenth thousandth To Pimp a Butterfly breakdown. Nigga, I don't need to see or hear another white person break down a Kendrick Lamar album. I do not. I don't need it. I don't need that. I don't need that. Jesus Christ. There are other rappers in the world besides Kendrick Lamar, Doechii, and Future, and Young Thug, and Drake. Y'all can see how pressed I am about this, right? And this kind of leads me into what I want to get at, is because there's this, I don't know how new it is, but so maybe I should say this off rip. I don't have TikTok. I have a moral opposition to TikTok, because I'm a journalism major, or was a journalism major. You know what I mean? I got my degree, Jesus, like 12 years ago now at this point. And so I have a moral opposition to all forms of short form content. You know what I mean? And this is coming from somebody that's done a couple TikToks, that's done a couple YouTube shorts myself, because I feel like they make us dumber. I ain't gonna hold you. We already have short attention spans as it is, but then now, people think that they got the whole world figured out because they watched a 30-second video. Jesus, that sun is bright. They watched a 30-second video that told them, the secrets of the world or whatever. I got a moral opposition to that. You dig what I'm saying? So I don't be on TikTok. I don't listen to what TikTokers be saying. But what I've been hearing, let me turn this car off. What I've been hearing and seeing is this new phrase, talking about rap fatigue. You dig what I'm saying? And based off of the thumbnails that I've seen, based off of, some of the images that I've seen online, I could already tell off rip what people mean when they say rap fatigue. It's just another way for people, because you notice that all of the people that are bitching about rap fatigue, right? It's only certain artists that they bring up or that they mention, right? Or it's only a certain style of rap. They say, oh, well, we're tired of coochie rap. We're tired of, YNs, and it's just another way for these coon ass, pick me ass, you feel me, cul-de-sac dwelling, Oreo sold, you feel me, Candace Owen, well, maybe not that bad, but bad, bad hairline, you dig what I'm saying, people, these I only date white women hairline niggas. And really, the truth be told about it, it's not, it's majority, now that I think about it, it's really majority women. You dig what I'm saying? So again, pick me ass takes talking about rap fatigue. It's just another, remember a few months ago when it was black fatigue? You know what I mean? Remember when everything is ratchet, everything is ghetto, everything is blah, 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 blah. All this is, to me, is just another way for people to express anti-blackness. You feel me? One thing that I hate about the way that we communicate in this day and age, because one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to turn this into the problem with Gen Z, because it ain't just a Gen Z thing. It's people my age, it's older millennials, it's Gen Xers, you feel me, is that we're living in an age of bitch assness. You know what I mean? Is that instead of saying how you feel with your chest, listen, I can't stand Steve Harvey. Y'all know I can't stand Steve Harvey. But at least with Steve Harvey, his BS, he'll say it with his chest. You dig what I'm saying? He'll say, the problem is you need to cut your dreads off. You can't be walking into a professional setting, into a bit. I told this young man, do you want that hair? Do you want that job? The problem is that, you don't wear a 4-piece, a 4-button, baby blue suit like I do. My Easter suit every day. That's the problem that you see. Again, Steve's BS, he'll say it with his chest. But instead, what we got now is we got a culture of bitch acidness, where instead of just saying it becomes, oh, well, I have rap fatigue. I'm tired of, this isn't, the whole of black culture. This isn't the nigga. Of course, we know that. Nobody said that it was. Nobody said that every black woman you meet is sexy red. Nobody said that, except for the white folks that are, that were gassing her up and turning her into a minstrel show. We knew that. We understood that. Y'all so pressed about what white people think. White folks is going to think what they think about us regardless of what we do and don't do. You know what I mean? I don't understand why you niggas and some of you niggas are so pressed about what white folks think about what we doing. You know what I mean? They gonna find a way. They call Beyonce ratchet. They call Beyonce ghetto. You know what I mean? It don't matter what we do. At what point are y'all gonna realize that white supremacy is literally the entire purpose for this country, the United States of America existing, is for the purpose of perpetuating white supremacy. That's the whole point for America existing. This whole country is one big race science experiment. If you don't believe me, go read the original drafts of the Constitution. If you don't believe me, go read any of the articles of secession that the southern states gave when they seceded from the Union. It wasn't about states' rights. It was about the fact that niggas is subhuman. We don't want to live in a country where we gotta share the same space with people that we feel are inherently inferior to us. That was the reason why they made it explicit in those articles of succession. So I don't know why y'all are running around here still trying to carry favor with the white folks. Look at me shucking jive, master. I don't listen to the rap musics. I ain't listening to the hippity hops. I'm listening to that good old country music, which by the way, and I said this before, y'all folk talking about, hip hop not being in the top 40. That's because half the pop songs, half the country songs that's in the top 40 got trap beats on them. Got snares and 808s on them. It just sounds like hip hop with a lap steel guitar in there. So that's what it sounds like. You feel me? I challenge you. Go listen to an R&B song, or go listen to a pop song where they not going that's from hip hop, nigga. That's Lil Durk. You know what I mean? That's Lil Durk's influence on popular music. Y'all thought that was just organic, that just fell out the sky? As I said before, if your knowledge of and the thing that really presses me about this, the thing that really pisses me off is that in a year where we got the likes of albums. Now, one thing I will say is I do feel like, the rap nerd side of the hip hoposphere is, I think we're a little bit hyperbolic about the quality of this year compared to years past. I don't think that the quality of this year is so much higher. Last year, for example, immediately comes to my mind. But that said, in a year where we got, and I'm going to keep beating the drum, some of y'all said that, Lil Sims didn't enter Lotus into the Grammys, and that's why she ain't get nominated, which is a shame. I get it. I understand why, but it's still a shame. But in a year where we got Lotus, we got Gollywog, we got from the Private Collection, that Saba and No ID album. What else? Again, McKinley Dixon, Magic Alive, Showbiz by Mike. And again, for all of you rap fatigue mofos out here, take notes. Y'all talking about y'all tired of, the reason why you're not tired of hip hop. You don't got, I'm gonna tell you what it is. You don't got rap fatigue. You just anti-black. You just got some internalized racism going on. You dig what I'm saying? You still running around here putting lye in your hair and sitting in the sun and sitting in the shade when the sun come out so your skin don't get no darker. That's your problem. You feel what I'm saying? It's either that or you ain't paying close enough attention. And I think that might be the part that pisses me off more, because I hate when niggas take the intro class and then decide they want to be a TA. I hate that so much. If your knowledge of hip hop begins with Kendrick Lamar and ends at Cardi B, shut the fuck up. I am so serious about that. Shut your effing mouth, because you do not know. Again, take notes, nigga. Lotus by Lil Sims came out this year. Gollywog by Billy Woods came out this year, which ain't gonna sound like nothing else you ever heard come out this year. Showbiz by Mike came out this year. From the Private Collection by Saba and No ID, and all of this is coming off the top of my head. The Heels Have Eyes, 3-part. All 3 parts of that trilogy came out this year. What else? Let God Sort Them Out. Let God Sort Them Out came out this year, which I don't know. Maybe it's because I got so many of y'all in my ear, but I'm starting to come back around to the idea of, all right, maybe this is album of the year. Maybe I just got so tired of hearing about it, and maybe I just got so. But I went back because I haven't listened to the album in a while, right? But I went back and I listened to it. And I kept listening to it, and I said, "There's no skips. there are no skips on this album. Like genuinely, legit, from cover to cover. I might be. Is it Lord willing? No, it's not. But this is one of those albums that a year from now, I might come back to it and say, I got to run through the whole thing. So y'all might have it. I got to put this down. Nope, I'm going to put it back up because y'all can't see my face. But that sun is really shining bright in my eyes and I can't stand it. What else came out this year? Gaius Guevara had 2 albums come out. If you want to talk about rap fatigue, all these girly rappers, all they talk about is they coochie. All they talk about is all these YNs. All they talk about is shooting up, nigga. Gaius Guevara basically just made the Communist Manifesto into a rap album. So again, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Who else dropped this year? I mean, is it to the quality of stuff that he's put out in the past? Not quite, but Supreme Clientele 2 came out. What else? It's just so much that dropped that, some of it is escape. GDLU. Is it the Forever Story? No, it's not the Forever Story, but it's still a quality. Joey Badass album. Lonely at the Top. I still put that on. That's still in my rotation. I don't care what you niggas say. Lonely at the Top is a quality album. You feel me? Is it anywhere near a top tier album? No. But I enjoyed it. You dig what I'm saying? What else we had drop? It's just so much stuff that's dropped this year that people up here bitching about having rap fatigue. You're not tired of rap. You tired of being black. And the reason why I say that is because it's only been niggas that I've seen making these videos and making these TikToks. You're not tired of rap. You tired of being a nigga. You tired of being associated with niggas. That's what it is. Well, go on and be over there. You remember when Drewski did that skit? The one brother who thinks that he's one of them? Go on and be that. Go do that. You know what I mean? Go over there to the white frats and see how they treat you. Since you so tired of rap music, shut up. You know what I mean? Since you told us, shut up. Want to be so unlike other girls. Want to be such a special little snowflake that you just start talking out the ass. Just start talking out the side of your neck, not even knowing what you talk. Shut up. You know what I mean? Danny Brown. The Starlight. I believe that's what this album's called. The Danny Brown album. I might have to put that up there as one of my albums of the year. You dig what I'm talking about? Hip hop, again, and I keep saying this, is that hip hop is as strong and as diverse as it's ever been as a genre. But you're not going to know that if your engagement with the culture is limited to what pops up on your Spotify most played or most featured artist list. You're not going to know that. Yeah, of course, all you're going to hear is coochie rap. You dig what I'm saying? Of course, all you're going to hear is, a bunch of Lil Durk clones. Of course, that's all you're going to hear. And of course you're going to have so-called rap fatigue. But don't get up here and make a video bitching about how you're tired of hip hop all being the same thing. Don't get up here bitching about how tired you are about hearing people rap about their coochies when you're not going out of your way to hear anything else. I don't want to hear that shit. Because if you're going to say that, then say the same thing about country. I'm tired of niggas, singing, well, she done left me with the dog that my dog done got hit by the car. My F-150. Go get me a six-pack of Heinekens. Saying that over top of a trap beat. I'm sick of that shit. You know what I mean? If you so tired of coochie rap, say the same thing about Jelly Roll and all them. Say the same thing about Post Malone and all of them. You know what I mean? That singing country songs, Tennessee whiskey. What else them country niggas be talking about? Cause they don't do the Johnny Cash. Now I gets down with the Johnny Cash country with the Waylon Jennings and the Merle Haggard. I gets down with that. But I ain't trying to hear no, I'm just a small town boy with a small town girl. I wish we all would just live in a small town world. Friday night football games under the lights, I remember. It's all the same shit. It's all the same thing. You know what I mean? So again, tired talking about some rap fatigue, man. Kiss my black ass. Deuces.